Feminism to me is equality. It's everyone having the same opportunities and everyone being judged based on their merit and their experiences and their intellect and their personalities instead of their outside characteristics.
My definition of feminism is all women should have equal rights, because it's not a lot out there. You know, we love all our women, and they need to have the same pay, you know, same job as men should. We can do this just as much as we can. So.
My definition of feminism is a woman trying to get the same rights as a man.
My definition of feminism is women being treated equally. There are women out there trying to work together. They share a goal, which is to have equal rights politically, socially, and personally with other people. I guess women and men, we consider them different in some ways. There's certain things or certain roles that men usually take on, and women, and the feminism movement is really, I guess, trying to stray away from that and just include everybody, having everybody equal, and women in particular be equal.
I do consider myself a feminist. I would not say that it's maybe a huge part of my life. I don't necessarily go out of my way to talk about it, but if I ever feel like it's relevant to a context or a discussion, I definitely am not afraid to share my opinions on it, whether or not that be agreeing to disagree with someone or talking about specific points, because to me it means equality, and I think everyone should be equal. I mean, regardless of even gender, regardless of race or sexual orientation. And I know those things don't necessarily coincide with feminism specifically, but I think that those are important issues and they impact people's everyday lives. So I think it's important for people to consider, at least when they see it occur in their day-to-day lives.
I am a feminist. You know, I love all women, so peace, positivity.
I don't consider myself a feminist because I like, in my case, for my husband to have the control, to have someone to rely on. But I like to have my rights as well. But I think the man should have more power.
I think I am a feminist. I think that women should have equal rights because there's so many women out there that want to take on roles that usually men do have, but society or just people don't let them, and I don't think that's right. I feel like they should have equal rights because we all should have equal opportunity to be able to I guess work at a certain place or be at a certain place. It doesn't really have to do with what gender you are. It's what you know, and I mean, anybody can acquire knowledge, and once you have knowledge, you can do whatever you want. Like whatever job you decide to work at, you can be just as good as men if you're a woman. So I don't think it's fair how it's not as equal yet. So I do consider myself as a feminist.
If I had to teach my children about feminism, about what it is, I think the most important thing I would stress to them is that it's inclusivity. It's about equality and inclusivity, and not enough people realize that. Some people think it's about being excluded, about excluding men, and it's not about that. It's about everyone being included. And I think that's important for kids to know, that they can be included regardless of their gender, regardless of their beliefs, regardless of anything. You know, people should have those opportunities, And that's something I want my kids to grow up with when they go to kindergarten, when they go to middle school, to not only be able to feel included, but to include others and not be judgmental based off of outside physical characteristics.
Girl, sit down, we need to talk. Don't be afraid of any job you want to pursue, like even a doctor, a soldier, a firefighter. You can do it just as much as a man could.
I would try to explain to her that it's women trying to fight for more rights. I will suggest that she always has to fight for her rights, but not to pretend that she's more than somebody else or more than a man. She's a woman and she can fight for her rights, but there's a point and there's a limit.
Currently in society, I guess in the world, we're trying to get women to be treated equally to men. Like I would tell them, say you were in a sandbox playing with, it was just girls and guys in the sandbox, but all the guys got together and they wanted to exclude the women because, say, they couldn't build like men could, or they couldn't build like the boys could. Like, say they were building castles in the sandbox. If they were like building castles, and they would say like, oh, this is just job for a man. Like, women aren't supposed to be doing this. So they told you to get out because all the men were gonna work on the castle. Like, if doing that is excluding you. So what we're trying to do with feminism is have women be included and have men know that women can do the same things that men can do, and like they can build the sand castles too. So I guess that's how I would try to explain it.